Yo, what's up guys? In this video I want to talk to you about something that I call the fine art of what you bring to the table. Now, this is something that I have been thinking about and working on myself for, the past couple weeks since I started doing these photo shoots. But I was coincidentally watching a video yesterday with some of the RSD instructors. It was Julian, Tyler, and Luke. I'll link to that video in the description if I remember. And this is something that Julian was talking about, right? Where he was talking more in a social context, right? And basically what he said, I'm paraphrasing, he can say it a lot better, obviously, but basically what he said is that when why do we feel nervous around other people? Because if we perceive them as higher value than us, then are like in on the inside we're going to feel like we're taking advantage of them by being their friend, basically. Right? Like if you see, simple example, right? A guy goes, he sees a very beautiful girl. If he's insecure about what he brings to the table, right? If he perceives her as much higher value than him, then he's going to be nervous, right? And it doesn't just have to be, for beautiful women or anything like that. This can be in business relations or even just as friends. So the solution to this is that, this is according to Julian, and it kind of makes sense to me too. The solution to this is to clearly identify what it is you bring to the table and have it actually be valuable enough so that you do not feel like you're taking advantage of the other person. So basically what this means is the goal, or what you should do, really, I don't want to say you have to do it, but like what you should do if you want to kind of erase your nervousness in front of other people, is you have to be extremely clear on what sort of, and I hate this term, what sort of value you are adding to them, so that you do not feel that sense of like insecurity and guilt when you're around them, right? And when I say value, I'm not talking about your inherent value as a human being. I'm not saying that, oh, we're all special people and we all deserve basic respect and that beautiful woman over there should be super nice to you and totally give you a chance, even though you're, I don't want to say you're not like a bad person, but you don't have much going for you, really, and that's kind of that's like pushed as being okay, or was being pushed as being okay, because of the whole like concept of, oh, you can talk your way into anything. That's technically true, but if you actually can talk your way into anything, that would be what you bring to the table. Now, the problem with that is that these social skills or verbal skills or like manipulation skills or whatever you want to call them, those take time to build up. That's not generally something that you master immediately. And just as easily, you could master another skill that would allow you to bring a lot of value to the table to the types of people that you want to connect with. So I'll give you a specific example. The past couple weeks, I've been organizing photo shoots that bring together photographers, models, and business owners. Now, I didn't just randomly decide photo shoots. I stole this idea from somebody else. But what's the benefit of doing a photo shoot is that it offers some very concrete value to the models. If you guys don't know anything about models, most of them are broke. Most of them don't make any money. A lot of them work for free. And even though she has 100,000 followers on Instagram, she's broke, and she's not like living this glamorous life that she would, that you would think she actually does. Doesn't matter. She's super hot. Like they're broke, and they don't have a great, I don't want to say they have a bad life. Like they're not, in fucking India on the street, but they don't live a great life. They don't have a lot of money. So by offering them the chance to take a lot of high quality pictures around some luxury cars, for example, that's something that offers a lot of value to them, and a lot of them would jump at the chance to do that. So I knew when I contacted them that, because I had this like luxury car company who had agreed to do the shoot, I knew that was a lot of value, and I had no problem approaching all of these models and saying, hey, we're doing the shoot, do you want to come? And then when we were at the shoot, I wasn't nervous around them because I was the one organizing the event, and I knew that there was a lot of value that I was adding to that event. Okay, so that's one part. That's like the beautiful women part. And then the other one, the business owner, I went to the business owners and I said, hey, listen, we want to do a shoot with your cars, or whatever niche, I happen to be contacting. I want to do a shoot with your cars, and we're going to bring lots of beautiful women, and you're going to get a lot of content, and there's going to be a lot of photographers there for you to network with, and we're going to post it all on Instagram, and you're going to get a lot of, exposure, and you can use all the content for yourself, for your own social media, blah, blah, blah. That's very valuable to a lot of companies as well. Not every company said, yes, okay, great, come down and do it right now. Some of them said no. Some of them said, no, you have to pay for it. But I don't need every single company in the world to say yes. I just need one or two or three, right? Out of all the ones that I contact. Similarly to how I don't need every single model in the world to say, okay, yeah, sure, let's do it. I just need one. And the photographers, that's kind of like the piece that connects them all, right? I'm a very big fan now of using photography as a way to network with the types of people that I want to network with, which happens to be attractive girls and business owners. That's like the 1-2 punch right there. Like, what do you really need other than that? Because once you have those two things, you can pretty much get anything else, right? If you have business owners, you can use them. I don't want to say use them, but like you can leverage their reach as an entity that is more powerful, let's say, than a single human being, to do all kinds of stuff, right? And the same with attractive girls, right? If you have enough attractive girls as friends, you can basically do anything you want, really. You can gather a lot of people in one area and expose them to a message, or sell them something, or just like feel really cool about how cool you are that you know a lot of girls. Anyway, I'm not really, I don't know if I'm explaining it that correctly, but anyway, the point is this, is that you need to clearly identify what exactly it is that you bring to the table. Now, for a lot of people, self included, right? Like, well, okay, let's clear one thing up, right? A lot of people, like all these lookism people on the internet, or looksism, or whatever it's called, looks maxing, they are focused on this idea that looks are the only thing that matters, right? Or money is the only thing that matters. And that's not necessarily true, right? Looks do matter if that's what you bring to the table, right? If what you bring to the table is that you are top 0.0001% in the attractiveness department, then that's what you bring to the table, and that's your main, value, I guess, that you have. And that's really, I guess, it. If you're that much better looking than everybody, I guess, around in the immediate vicinity, that's what you would bring to the table. If you're super rich, or if you're the richest one in your friend group, or if you just have a ton of money that you can throw around compared to everybody else, then that could potentially be what you bring to the table. Now, both of those things, the good looking one, that's not for everybody, really. I mean, you can work out and dress nice and blah, 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 and all this stuff, but that's only one potential way to do it. Similarly, the money thing, yeah, okay, you do have a lot of flexibility when you have a lot of money, you can throw it around, but that's also just one other way. You can think of something else, right, is my point, is you can think of something else and you can identify what that is, and you can consciously focus on adding that to other people by contacting them and saying, hey, here's this value that I have. Would you like to take advantage of it in exchange for some of your time or your presence or whatever? So, like I said, I think a really good one is photography or videography, right? And this is not just like when I would always think of photography, I would think of like a photographer taking pictures, putting them in a magazine, or I don't know, fucking on a website or something like that. But what you have to understand is that because the whole world is digital now, even more so with this fucking coronavirus bullshit, because the whole world is digital, photography is an extremely powerful skill that you can use on all of your social media platforms as well, right? There's a huge difference once you learn to like identify what, the differences between like somebody taking a selfie as opposed to somebody having a professional photographer take a picture of them with a $2,000 camera or $5,000 camera or whatever it is. There's a huge difference in the quality, and the pictures come out much better, right? Somebody else taking pictures of you are always going to be better. Well, not always, but many times are going to be better than you taking a picture of yourself. And so that's very valuable to bring to the table to somebody who values their own social media and the content that they put on their pages. Like I said before, attractive girls and business owners are two groups of people who very highly value those things. And then from there, you can branch off into like little sub skills like videography. Maybe you can make videos, which is originally what I wanted to do with this channel. Well, one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to build it up to a high enough degree, and then I wanted to leverage it to business owners who had some sort of service that I wanted. And I would be like, oh, hey, I've got this channel. Let me come and use your services for free, and I'll make a video about it, right? And that's one way to do it. That's like on the very micro level to do it. Okay, now if you don't have the money to buy a camera, or you don't want to get into any of this stuff, and you don't want to like create any new skills for yourself, which I understand, right? Everybody's busy. Nobody has not nobody, but a lot of people don't have the time to do those types of things. One way that anybody can create this sort of value for other people is just by organizing the event. right? That's all you have to do. Anybody can organize an event. If you could speak English and you can use like the internet, you can organize an event, right? So just identify a group of people that you want to network with or get on their good side, and you just organize an event for them, right? So for example, what I started out doing was like, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to be a photographer, and I'm going to like contact these, whatever people and say like, I'm a photographer. Do you want me to come take pictures? We're going to do it here. We're going to do it there. And then as soon as I started involving other people, the event just started to grow much more quickly, right? Everything started to kind of spiral out of control. And the leverage that I had over all of these people grew immensely because of all the additional value that I brought to the table by extension through these other people. For example, let's compare these two scenarios. Let's say I approach one model or one business owner and I say, hey, I would like, are you interested in having some pictures taken by me, right? At whatever, some location. That has, let's say, a certain number of value units, right? Or if I involve 15 other people and then I approach that model or that business owner and I say, hey, would you be interested in coming to an event with 4 photographers and a videographer and a makeup artist, and we're going to do this shoot with Ferraris and Lamborghinis? Are you interested? Which one of those two has more value, right? Obviously the second one. And arguably, it's less work for me, right? I don't have to go and take all the pictures and edit them. All I have to do is just invite all these people to the event and get enough people to come so that it's not like, a whack-ass event where nobody comes, right? So anybody can organize events, is my point, I guess. So the fine art of what you bring to the table is really just either picking up a skill or a set of skills that will allow you to directly offer value to people, or in a simpler sense, if you're just better at communicating or you just prefer communicating with people more than actually like learning a skill and doing something, all you have to do is organize an event, and that's really it. You just invite all the people that you want to be there, and you pitch the event in a way that makes it attractive to all of the parties by leveraging the skills of all of the other parties, right? You tell the models, oh, there's going to be luxury cars and photographers. You tell the photographers, oh, there's going to be models and luxury cars. You tell the luxury cars, or whatever niche or business you want to choose, there's going to be, models and photographers, right? So hopefully that was clear. I would like to make maybe a more detailed video with, graphics and pictures and words on the screen, but I wanted to make this one. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. If you have any questions about that, let me know. Leave me a comment. Peace.